Top 7 reasons to hire a professional property manager. If you're a real estate investor who's still managing your own rentals, you might be holding your business back more than you realize. Today, I'm breaking down the top 7 reasons serious investors hire professional property management and why doing it yourself might be the most expensive free job you've ever taken on. Let's get into it. Hi everyone, my name is Mindell Gosnell. I'm the owner and founder of Centurion Real Estate Management. I like to help real estate investors build profitable, scalable portfolios without burning themselves out. So if you're debating whether to self-manage or continue to self-manage or finally pull the trigger on hiring a professional property manager, this video will give you the clarity that you need. These 7 reasons are based on real-world data, industry experience, and what I've seen personally happen to investors over and over again. So the number 1 reason, buy back your time. Let's start with the one investors feel immediately, and that's time. Because managing rentals, it's not passive, right? I've done another video on that. Everyone likes the allure of real estate for that end goal of having passive income, but the reality is it is a lot of work, right? So if you've been doing this for a while, you realize that. You're handling everything. Even if you're able to outsource some things, really it just the buck stops with you. You're doing leasing, marketing, repair coordination, move-ins and move-outs, all of the tenant communication, all the accounting, all of the compliance stuff. And there's probably a bunch of stuff that you're missing and it's not gonna matter until it does, right? And it hits at the worst times, right? Inconvenient, it doesn't agree with your schedule, nights, weekends, holidays. And so hiring a professional manager really gives you your life back and more importantly, your time back because time is your most valuable asset. And notice the key word in there, buy. So there is a cost, there is a trade-off, an opportunity cost. Number 2, you're gonna reduce your risk. This one gets overlooked until it's too late because really the biggest potential liability or the cost of doing it yourself or having someone that's not knowledgeable or good at what they do handle it is that liability risk, because those things can be the big ticket items that really wipe out a lot of equity growth, a lot of years of cash flow. And so being up with the legal paperwork and following all of the laws, property managers, they dramatically reduce your legal risk, your compliance risk. They take care of making sure that you're compliant with fair housing, avoiding accounting errors, and just making sure that everything is in order. Handling the security deposits, those are could be smaller costs, but sometimes those can be really draining lawsuits when a tenant wants to sue you over a security deposit issue. You also have the potential for eviction mistakes or just not knowing what to do and all the stress that comes with that. The list is long because the risk is real. One wrong notice, one mishandled complaint, one fair housing mistake, and you're looking at fines, penalties, or legal exposure. So professionals handle this every day. So there should be experts. They should be able to do it blindfolded. They know the laws. They know the timelines, the documentation, and the exact process required to protect you. Number 3, self-management is an opportunity cost to your growth. So this one is huge, and it's the number 1 reason serious investors hire management. I've done another video on this where I illustrate how turning your management over to a professional management company to free up your time to do one other deal within a 3-year period and then fast forward another 7, so over a 10-year period, how that one decision just to do one additional deal in deducting all of the management fee could still put you $50 to $70 or more $1,000 ahead. And so the reality is a lot of people are trying to save money when the investor should be really focusing on the upside opportunity. Especially if you're spending 10 to 20 hours a month managing your properties, that's 10 to 20 hours you're not analyzing deals. that you're not calling brokers or raising capital or expanding your portfolio. The investors who scale the fastest, right? They treat real estate like a business, and they delegate operations so they can focus on acquisitions and strategy so they can grow. So managing your rentals yourself might not cost you money upfront, but it costs you growth, which is far more valuable. Reason number 4, better tenant screening, and that equals better tenants. Professional managers, they have refined screening systems that filter out high-risk applicants before they get the keys. That's not only a time free, but it's, reduce your stress and just give you peace of mind and increase the value overall. This means fewer evictions, fewer payment issues, fewer damages, longer tenancies. And you can absolutely screen tenants on your own, but property managers screen hundreds, sometimes thousands of applicants every year. And that experience matters. That just gives us a depth of expertise that is usually going to dwarf the smaller investors out there. Number 5, faster leasing and lower vacancy. Every month your rental sits empty, you lose money, and sometimes a lot of money. And this is one I see, this is probably the biggest issue I see out there, is that owners want to save money by doing the management themselves, or owners want to save money by doing the turn themselves. But the reality is we track these numbers on the owners that do their own turns, and they are consistently taking far longer than us to do the turn, which is an opportunity cost that you could be making rent and pay for that. And when you actually run the numbers, it actually costs more to do your turn when you take that long to do it. So something to consider. Property managers reduce vacancy by pricing rentals accurately, marketing on all major platforms, using professional photos, responding to leads quickly or sometimes instantly, pre-leasing before the old tenant moves out. So when you add it all up, reduced vacancy alone often pays for the management fee. And that's our goal. And again, it's not always the case. There is that cost, but overall, I think it is a smart play. Reason number 6, professional maintenance at better prices. And here's the secret most self-managed landlords don't realize. Property managers often save you money on maintenance. I know that some of you are going to go, oh, I could do it better myself. I could do it faster myself. Of course, but what is your time worth? Is your time more valuable finding your next real estate deal or fixing that leaky faucet? Yeah, you're going to save some money. But again, what is the best use of your time? The benefit of having the professionals do it is a lot of times they're going to get volume discounts with vendors, with material. They preferred pricing, trusted contractors, faster response times, and they know what's a real emergency and what's not. And do-it-yourself landlords often overpay in delayed repairs. So they try to save some money, and that sometimes doesn't make the tenants as happy. They don't stay as longer because of that. So those are things to consider when you're thinking about that. And all of those things can be very expensive over the long term. Reason number 7, better records, better accounting, better peace of mind. This one benefits you at tax time and when you sell. And so, professional managers, they keep electronic records of the rent roll, expense report, year-end statements, 1099s, maintenance records, inspection photos and videos, a lease file on all of the tenants. Everything you need is organized, documented, and audit ready. And if you ever sell your property or get audited, this documentation is essential. And so when you step back and look at all 7 reasons, it becomes clear property management isn't an expense, it's a strategic tool. So hiring a professional property management helps you protect your asset, increase cash flow, reduce stress, eliminate risk, scale faster, improve tenant quality, and free up the time you need to be an investor, not a landlord. And that's the whole point, building wealth without creating another job for yourself. So if this video helped you rethink your approach to managing rentals, hit the like button and so more investors can find it. If you want more content on scaling your portfolio, reducing risk, and maximizing returns, don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment down below. We'd love to hear what you think. And thanks for watching.